At 2:17 in the morning, the backyard looks finished for the day. The driveway is empty. The feeder hangs still. A porch light makes a pale circle on the steps, and beyond it the oak tree is only a black shape against the sky. If you stand by the cold window, you might think every bird has vanished. No cardinal on the fence, no chickadee at the feeder, no robin pulling at the grass. Just the low hum of the house and the dark yard holding its breath. But that quiet is misleading. Between 2 and 4, the birds around a home are not gone. They are hidden, conserving heat, listening through sleep, waiting out the hardest part of the night. A sparrow may be pressed deep inside a bush beside the porch. A black-capped chickadee may be tucked into a narrow cavity where the wind cannot reach it. A northern cardinal may sit inside thick branches, almost invisible, body rounded, feathers puffed, burning as little energy as possible. It looks peaceful only from the outside. And the strangest part begins later, when nothing seems to move. A branch gives a tiny shake. A blue jay shifts somewhere near the fence. A crow wakes on a dark roofline because a distant sound has changed. High above the house, small migrants may be passing through the night sky, unseen by anyone below. Warblers, sparrows, thrushes, moving while the neighborhood sleeps. The yard is not empty. It is in its most secret hour, and every small sound matters more than it does in daylight. The hours before dawn can be brutal for a small bird, not dramatic in the way people expect. No storm, no chase, no visible struggle. Just cold air pressing into the backyard, hour after hour, while the feeder sits empty and the ground gives nothing back. A cardinal tucked into the cedar by the fence is not resting the way we imagine rest. Its body is working quietly in the dark, holding on to warmth, spending the fuel it collected before sunset. By 2 or 3, the easy part of the night is already gone.
The bird cannot feed. It cannot safely hop across the open driveway. It cannot waste movement. A black-capped chickadee in a narrow tree hole may seem frozen in place, but stillness is part of survival. Every wing flick, every unnecessary call, every trip into the open would cost energy it may need before the first gray light touches the roof. This is where many people get it wrong. A sleeping bird is not switched off. It is managing a tiny emergency with no room for mistakes. The cold window shows almost nothing. Maybe a bush trembles once and then settles. Maybe the feeder chain taps softly in the wind. Yet somewhere inside that dark yard, a small bird is waiting for dawn with its last stored energy. If the night is clear, the heat leaves faster. If the wind slips through the branches, the hiding place becomes less safe. And if something startles the bird into flight now, the cost is high. This is the hour when the backyard becomes a test, not of strength, but of not spending what little is left. A chickadee does not sleep like a person under a blanket. It finds a tight place, often a cavity, a sheltered crack, or a dense pocket of branches, then disappears into itself. The feathers rise and trap air. The feet grip. The head may tuck low. In the dark, it becomes less like the quick, bright bird you see at the feeder, and more like a small, sealed bundle of heat. A house sparrow may do the same inside thick bushes near the porch, or under a sheltered edge where wind has trouble reaching. Northern cardinals are easier to imagine because people notice them by day. The red male on the fence, the softer colored female near the feeder. But at night, that color means nothing. In the oak tree, under wet branches, the cardinal is only a dark lump in deeper darkness. It may be awake enough to react, asleep enough to save energy. Bird sleep is lighter and more broken than ours. The world cannot be fully ignored when a cat, owl, raccoon, or sudden noise might change everything. There is one detail almost nobody notices. They choose positions that reduce choices. A tight roost, a thick shrub, a place close to cover. That way, if danger comes, the first move is already decided. Down into the bush, deeper into the branches, across to the fence line. At 3:10 in the morning, that matters. A bird that hesitates in open air under a porch light can become visible to the wrong eyes. So the stillness is not laziness. It is planning, written into muscle and habit. Look at the backyard in daylight, and the hiding places seem ordinary. The bushes along the fence, the gap under the eaves, the old oak with rough bark, a leaning stack of firewood near the garage, the empty balcony next door. At night, those places change. They become shelter, insulation, lookout points, and sometimes last-minute escapes. The bird you cannot see may be only a few steps from the porch, pressed into a spot you pass every morning without noticing. Sparrows often favor thick cover, not because it is comfortable in a human sense, but because it breaks the wind and hides the outline of a body. Chickadees may use cavities or tight natural spaces when they can find them. Cardinals often settle into dense shrubs or evergreen cover where their shape is harder to pick out. Around American homes, birds learn the map of human structures too. A quiet corner under a roof edge, a vine-covered fence, a sheltered place behind a porch beam. They are not trusting the house. They are using what the house accidentally provides. But at night, this works differently. A feeder that feels safe at noon can be a dangerous open stage after midnight. The driveway reflects light. The porch lamp creates hard edges of shadow. A bird in a bush near that light may be warmer, but also easier to see when it moves. That is the trade. Safety is never one thing. It is cover, darkness, silence, and a fast route out. And sometimes the best hiding place is not deep in the woods. It is 3 feet from a back door where predators hesitate and humans never look. City and backyard birds do not simply vanish when the sun goes down. They change rules. An American robin that hopped across the lawn at dusk may spend the night higher up, tucked where branches cross and movement is limited. A blue jay, loud and bold in daylight, becomes a different creature after dark. It may stay hidden, alert to sudden noise, less willing to expose itself. A crow that ruled the street in the afternoon may roost with others somewhere safer, but a few can still shift, call, or wake when the neighborhood makes the wrong sound. At 2:40, a car door closes down the block. The sound moves through the cold air sharper than it would during the day. Somewhere behind the houses, wings rustle once. Then, silence. This looks calm only from the outside. Birds are reading the night through vibration, light, shadow, and memory. A porch light clicking on, a dog moving behind a fence, a trash can lid scraping in the driveway. These things can wake birds that seemed completely gone. Crows and blue jays are especially sensitive to disturbance. They know danger by pattern. A familiar hum may be ignored. A new scrape, a sudden shape, a movement below the roost can pull them out of rest. Robins in towns may also respond to artificial light and noise, sometimes shifting earlier than they would in a darker place. And here is the small turn. The city does not make night safer just because there are people nearby. It makes night more complicated. More light, more shelter, more food by day, but also more false signals when the body needs darkness most. Above the roof, another night is moving. You cannot see it from the kitchen window. The porch light stops at the steps, the oak tree blocks half the sky, and the neighborhood feels low and closed in. But on some nights, especially during migration seasons, small birds pass over houses while people sleep. Warblers, sparrows, thrushes, birds that looked delicate in a field guide, may travel in the dark, crossing over streets, yards, schools, parking lots, and backyards with feeders hanging empty below. They do not need the house. They may never land there. Still, the house becomes part of the landscape beneath them. A bright window, a row of streetlights, a dark patch of trees, a creek line beyond the subdivision. Night movement can help birds avoid some daytime heat and predators, and the calmer air can make travel easier. But the darkness is not a perfect shield. Clouds, fog, city glow, and glass can confuse the route. A bird moving above the driveway at 3 may be following instincts older than the neighborhood itself, while below, a porch light burns for no reason. There is one detail people almost always miss. The quiet yard may be under traffic. Not cars, wings. Thin calls sometimes pass overhead, so faint they sound like a squeak in the dark or a mistake in the ear. Then nothing. If you hear it once, you may doubt it. But the sky over a sleeping house can be busier than the lawn ever was at noon. The feeder is empty, the fence is still. Yet the night above the roof is carrying birds that will be miles away by sunrise. A single sharp sound can change the whole yard. Not a big sound, a scrape on bark, a dry leaf crushed under something light, a low movement near the fence. In the oak tree, a cardinal tightens. In the bushes, sparrows stop shifting. Somewhere close, an eastern screech owl may be watching. It is small enough to go unnoticed, and quiet enough to make the darkness feel heavier after it passes. You may never see the owl. You may only hear one brief call, or notice that every other bird has gone still. The screech owl is not a monster in the night. It is doing what it must do. But for small birds, its presence rewrites the rules. A bird that chose a weak roost may have to move. A chickadee tucked deep in a cavity may stay hidden and trust the walls around it. A sparrow in loose brush may freeze because movement can reveal more than silence. This is the moment when a bird risks the most. Staying may be dangerous, but flying into the open can be worse. The porch light can make this more complicated. It may help a bird see a branch, but it can also draw hard shadows and expose motion. A quick flutter near the fence becomes visible. A pale belly flashes once. That is enough. The owl, the cat below, even a startled jay nearby Each can set off a chain of movement. One bird launches, another wakes, a bush shakes, and then the yard goes silent again, as if nothing happened. But something did happen. The night tested every hiding place at once. By 3:30, the house is still lit in small pieces. A hallway bulb left on, a porch light over the steps, a phone glow behind a bedroom window. To us, it is nothing. To birds, light can leak into the night like a false signal. It can make shadows sharper, change when some birds stir, and turn glass into a problem when movement begins before dawn. The robin near the roofline may react earlier. A sparrow in the hedge may shift because the dark never fully becomes dark. The yard is alive, but it is also being nudged by things we barely think about. This is where the human part becomes simple. Close curtains when rooms are lit at night. Turn off porch lights when they are not needed, or use motion sensors instead of leaving them burning for hours. Keep feeders clean and placed where birds have cover nearby, not stranded in the middle of open ground. Leave some dense shrubs, native plants, and safe corners instead of making every edge of the yard bare. During migration seasons, darker windows and fewer unnecessary lights can make a real difference for birds passing over the house. And when dawn finally starts to gray the driveway, the hidden life comes back into view. A cardinal drops from the oak. A chickadee appears at the feeder like it has arrived from nowhere. A robin pulls itself into the open lawn. But they were never gone. They were waiting, calculating, surviving the coldest and most dangerous hours beside us. The nighttime backyard is not empty. It is breathing quietly. If you want more grounded stories about the secret lives of birds around the home, subscribe, hit the like button, and press the bell so you do not miss the next one.